Good morning, I'm Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. Forest areas of the outskirts of Katmandu Valley considered the protective layer being encroached, arable land turning into concrete jungle. The government's preparations for the upcoming third investment summit lackluster. 10 laws yet to be formulated. At least 60 people killed and over 100 injured after gunmen attacked a packed concert venue on the outskirts of Moscow. The Islamic State group claims it carried out the attack. And Colombia seals a 1-0 win in a friendly against the 2010 World Cup champions Spain in London. Crystal Palace defender Daniel Munoz scores the only goal of the match. Outskirts of Katmandu had been playing a significant role in conservation of the environment of the valley. However, with increasing human settlements, forest areas are being encroached while water resources are also drying up. Smoke from vehicles and factories along with the dust particles are seen covering the valley sky throughout the calendar. If the forest areas of the Katmandu Valley are to be encroached further, the valley will no longer be suitable for human settlement. Local residents of Champi in Lalitpur who have long witnessed the rapid urbanization and increase in human settlement in the Katmandu Valley are growing concerned. They have witnessed the rapid decline in agriculture field of the valley because of human encroachment, as settlements are now spreading even in the forest areas of the valley outskirts. Illegal extraction of gravel, sand and soil are also destroying the hills of the valley. Of the total 41,361 hectares of Katmandu, forest area has now been limited to only 36.58%. Even this area is being used for commercial purpose, as more than 109 hectares has been provided to organizations, 189 hectares for religious purpose and 16 hectares is at the risk of being encroached. Despite being allocated for commercial purpose, many entities have not paid the due fees. Division Forest Office does not even have any data on the encroachment. The plight is also shared by Lalitpur and Bhaktapur. With encroachment of the forest of the valley district, in fact, direct impact is now being seen on the environment as well. Despite regular rainfall in recent time, the Katmandu Valley is yet to get rid of pollution. Water resources, including wells and stone taps, have dried up. Experts are of the opinion that failure in protecting the natural resources of the valley could lead to major problems for human settlements. It is imperative to increase the forest area in the valley to curb the impact of encroachment of natural resources, for which strict policies and laws are required. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked in several provinces what should be done to protect water resources. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
उत्खनन यो नदी नालामा जुन भइराछ यो बालुवा गिटी यसलाई पनि सरकारले तुरन्त अवलम्ब रोक लगाउनु पर्छ।
पानीको स्रोतहरु मुहानहरु बचाउनलाई हामीले ठुलठुलो जुन बोर्डिङहरु गाडेर सिँचाइ गर्ने गर्छन् यो त्यसलाई एकदम कम मात्रामा गर्न पर्यो।
दीर्घकालीन सोच नबनाएर जुन विकास निर्माण भइरहेको छ त्यसले गर्दाखेरि यो भूमिगत पानी चाहिँ यताउति गर्न पाएको छैन।
क्लाइमेट चेन्जले पारेका असरहरु घटाउनु पर्छ। यसको अन्तिम विकल्प भनेको वृक्षारोपण र वन जंगलको संरक्षण नै हो।
खोलाको किनारमा पुलारको किनारमा वृक्षारोपण गर्यो भने पानीको समस्या हुन्छ।
बोट बिरुवा रोप्नु पर्यो, त्यसलाई संरक्षण पनि गर्नु पर्यो, आगलागी हुनबाट जोगाउनु पर्यो।
जताभावी फोहोर मैला गर्न भएन, जताभावी वस्तुभाउ छोड्न मिलेन, बेला-बेलामा वृक्षारोपण गर्नु पर्यो।
बोट बिरुवाहरू भएदेखि राम्रो मूलहरू नसुक्ने हुन्छ।
ड्याम बनाएर जुन पानीको कसरी हामीले व्यवस्थापन गर्नुपर्छ त्यसमा पनि लाग्नुपर्छ।
आकाशे पानी सङ्कलन विधि जडान गर्नुपर्छ र सही उपयोग गर्नुपर्छ।
बर्खाको पानी जम्मा गर्ने पोखरीहरू निर्माण गरिदिनुपर्छ।
जति वन जंगल घना भयो त्यति पानी संरक्षण हुने।
सूर्यबाट पानी आउँछ त्यसलाई ड्याम बनाएर ठाउँ-ठाउँमा रोक्नुपर्छ।
The government's preparations for the upcoming investment summit that has been scheduled for 28th and 29th of April has remained lackluster. The government that had announced of amending 10 laws prior to the summit has yet to begin legworks for the same. The government had made the announcement of amending various sections of Land Act 2021 Land Acquisition Act 2034, Hydroelectricity Trade Act 2063, Special Economic Sector Act 2073 to promote domestic and foreign investment in the country. The Ministry for Industry, that is coordinating for the 3rd Investment Summit, has to present the proposal for the amendment of required laws at the Cabinet. As per the legal provision, the amendment bill then has to be forwarded to the Federal Parliament. Meanwhile, business persons have raised question over the delay in formulating required laws and have expressed concern that the summit will be limited to formality. The National Examination Board has almost completed its preparations for the Secondary Education Examination SEE that will begin from Thursday next week. The board is taking the exam as per the new curriculum starting this year. 504,414 students from across the country are set to appear SEE this year. Examination Controller Nandalal Paudel said that question papers and answer sheets have already been distributed to 264 examination centers in all districts. Likewise, 77,000 workforce, including head of examination centers, controllers and security personnel, will be mobilized during the examination period. Students must mandatorily secure 35% of the total 75 marks, which is 29 points in all subjects, to pass the examination. Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Political parties have identified the electoral system as the cause of political instability. What is your opinion? Your options are A, correct analysis, B, politicians are the reason, and C, weak laws are the cause. Voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Arvind Kejriwal, Chief Minister of Delhi's Capital Territory and a key opposition leader, was arrested on Thursday in connection with corruption allegations relating to the city's liquor policy. Yesterday, he was remanded in custody until 28th of March. This arrest, weeks before the general election, has been seen as a blow to the opposition. Joining us from Delhi, India, to talk more about this is a veteran journalist, Jyoti Malhotra, who has over 3 decades of experience in covering national politics and foreign affairs, among others, for both print and broadcast media in India and abroad. Jyoti, thank you for joining us on Kantipur News.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for having me.
What meaning does Kejriwal's arrest less than a month before the election hold for the Indian politics?
So, Sarah, first of all, the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal, remember he's a sitting chief minister, and this is the first time in India's independent history that a sitting chief minister has been arrested. That in itself is significant. What happened minutes after his arrest on Thursday night is that the opposition leaders, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi of the Congress Party, Mamata Banerjee of the Trinamool Congress, and various other opposition leaders from other political parties who may or may not be in power, rallied to his support and basically said that this is very wrong of what the Narendra Modi government's agencies, investigative agencies, in this case the Enforcement Directorate, have been trying to do, and that they're trying to browbeat the opposition weeks before the election. Now, some of this may be true because it's not as if, and listen, I'm not saying here, there's nobody passing a judgment whether Arvind Kejriwal is corrupt or not, whether the liquor policy that was introduced in Delhi 2 or 3 years ago is right, that there's a problem with it. We are not going into that at all. There will be an investigation into that. The question is, weeks before the election, that a sitting chief minister has been arrested. Only a couple of months ago, the chief minister of Jharkhand, Hemant Soren, Jharkhand is a state in the deep center of India, he was arrested. And then he handed over, he resigned, and then he went to jail. So clearly the party, the ruling party, the BJP, wants to expand its control over the election process. And there is no doubt about the fact that Prime Minister Modi is most likely to come back again as Prime Minister for the 3rd time. So weeks before the election process, this is a very interesting development.
Kejriwal is a key campaigner that entered politics on an anti-corruption platform. How big of a setback is this for his Aam Aadmi Party and the larger opposition alliance?
Well, the Aam Aadmi Party is ruling in 2 states in India, the first in Delhi and the second in Punjab. It is not a national challenge to Prime Minister Modi or the ruling BJP. And that's why it's also so interesting why he has been arrested, because he seemed to be a figure who can bring people together. The Congress party, although it's a national party, is looking to be like a very weak party. So the fact remains that Arvind Kejriwal has shown some opposition to the ruling BJP. And while he and his Aam Aadmi Party are not a challenge to the ruling BJP, in fact, nobody in the opposition is, having said that, is able to galvanize the anti-BJP vote. So I think that is of some concern to the ruling party.
Jyoti, all the leaders of his decade-old party are in jail in connection with the liquor case. A few leaders have said that Kejriwal's arrest is a murder of democracy in India. Is this a targeted clampdown on the opposition by the ruling BJP?
Yes, you're absolutely right. The senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party are in jail. In fact, they are in jail for the same accusation against which Arvind Kejriwal has been, the accusation against Arvind Kejriwal, which is corruption in the liquor policy that the Delhi government introduced 3 years ago. Whether this will have an impact, whether the arrests of all these people, including now Kejriwal, will have an impact on the fortunes of the Aam Aadmi Party, that is a question to be seen. Some people say that there might be a sympathy factor, and that the votes may go to AAP, which is the Aam Aadmi Party, an abbreviation of AAP, of the party's name. Others say that the BJP has already taken that into account, and that in fact there will be no sympathy factor, because when the Prime Minister goes out and asks for votes in the name of clean politics, then if somebody is accused of corruption, then, you know, people are not going to vote for that man. So the jury is out on whether the Aam Aadmi Party is going to benefit from this arrest of Arvind Kejriwal.
Thank you, Jyoti, for joining with us. Now, moving on with international update. At least 60 people have been killed after gunmen attacked a packed concert venue on the outskirts of Moscow. More than 100 were wounded at the Caucasus City Hall, the Federal Security Service FSB added. The Islamic State group has claimed it carried out the attack. Russia has not commented. Dramatic video shows panicked concert goers taking cover as shots and explosions ring out. A large fire engulfed the roof of the complex, and Russia's National Guard has been searching for the gunmen. The White House said it is working to find out more about the situation, and Ukraine has denied any involvement in the attack. Before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories once again. Forest areas of the outskirts of Katmandu Valley considered the protective layer being encroached, arable land turning into concrete jungle. The government's preparations for the upcoming third investment summit lackluster, 10 laws yet to be formulated. At least 60 people killed and over 100 injured after gunmen attacked a packed concert venue on the outskirts of Moscow. The Islamic State group claims it carried out the attack. And Colombia seals a 1-0 win in a friendly against the 2010 World Cup champions Spain in London. Crystal Palace defender Daniel Munoz scores the only goal of the match. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.